PharmaVentures, experts in deals and alliances.
Hello and welcome to PharmaVentures Insights here at the Innovation Forum 2017 in Oxford. As the title says, innovation is key to developing new medicines for the range of diseases that are out there already and all the new ones. And more people are looking earlier in the UK. Joining me on the show today is Jim Johnson, head of the recently announced Novo Nordisk Research Centre, Oxford. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, all new, announced this year, Novo Nordisk is putting a new research facility in Oxford, and you're going to head it up. Why Oxford? Why here? Why the UK?
Okay, those are all great questions. So, why Oxford? Oxford is one of the world's top universities, obviously, and it's particularly strong in diabetes and metabolism research. And of course, Novo Nordisk is focused primarily on diabetes research. So there was a synergy there with regards to the research focus. Novo Nordisk has a almost 30-year relationship with Oxford University. It helped fund the Oxford Centre for Diabetes, Endocrinology and Metabolism over on the Churchill campus quite a few years ago, and also has its largest postdoctoral fellowship program here, which I believe started a few years ago. So it has a long-standing relationship with the university, and it seemed like the next logical step would be to put a research center here.
Right. Lots of other companies are looking at Cambridge after AstraZeneca moved there, and other people, and MedImmune and others, so you're a little different. But is that just purely because of familiarity and your relationship with Oxford?
I think the familiarity is part of it. I think Oxford has some unique strengths, which are areas that Novo Nordisk could benefit from. And again, I think the comfort between the two entities allows us to do what we're trying to do, which is actually to do something unique, to put together what we're hoping will be the first hybrid institute. And there's a big difference, I think, between locating your headquarters on a university campus or near a university campus and really setting up the conditions for open innovation, side-by-side collaboration, where our scientists from the company will work shoulder to shoulder with the academics of the university on shared problems and shared discoveries. And the concept is really to set up a system where the collaboration is driven by the science, it's organic, and you are in a co-discovery and co-invention model.
So that's the innovation element of it, is it? It's industry and academia working not just side by side, but together. Yeah,
so whatever barriers are there, it's my mission and my job to find out how many of them we can break down.
Novo Nordisk obviously looks to benefit from the innovation that's going to come out of this by getting new therapeutics that are better treatments for diabetes. What will the academic community get out of it?
Yeah, so it's actually even more aligned than that. So the area we're focusing on is the early biology, the basic research, the discovery biology, as we call it, the discovery research. And at that stage of the sort of value chain pipeline, really the goals of academia and the goals of pharma are really the same. That's to make the fundamental breakthroughs that help us understand the diseases better, and to then identify targets that could be employed later on. So what will the academics get out of this situation? One is hopefully we will bring our own fantastic scientists. So what's happening so far is we're recruiting people from all around the world, including many top academics. And it's quite fantastic that a lot of the academics here in Oxford, many of us have been colleagues anyway for quite some time. They're very eager to work with us as colleagues and as scientists. So we bring expertise. We bring hopefully some really powerful innovation and some great technology, some new approaches. That's one thing we bring, just to do more exciting and better science. We also bring, as a company with a long-standing history of translating discoveries into medicines, we bring as a company, and not myself in particular, but the people who've been in the pharma business longer than me, bring that know-how, bring that experience, that translational ability, which is something that is found some places in academia, but not everybody thinks that way. So being shoulder to shoulder, it's probably somebody with a lot of pharma experience that would say, well, actually that particular discovery is going to have a stronger chance at being translated. And as a basic scientist myself, I often don't see it. I just see two discoveries are equally novel. We write up two equally exciting papers and then move on from there. But somebody with a lot of translational experience will know that one has a shorter path than the other. And then finally, if we are really to do co-invention and co-discovery, I mean, the hope is that we're going to discover things together, and then the normal rules of invention apply. If people discover things together, essentially they're both inventors. So hopefully the academics will see some of their discoveries turn into valuable medicines.
Right. So are you tearing up the diabetes rulebook here? You're not just to do more of the same, more GLP-1s, more well-known drugs and targets. You're going to start blue sky, anything goes.
Absolutely. So, insulin, almost 100 years ago, essentially gifted from academics in Canada. GLP-1, about 30 years ago, discovered in the university's academic space and then translated by Novo Nordisk and some other companies as well. But our mandate is within the company is to find things that are to increase the innovation height. So right now, all of the treatments for diabetes from every company are treating the later stages. They're obviously replacing insulin or improving insulin secretion in people at the late stage of type 2 diabetes or people with type 1 diabetes. What I hope to do is, again, like you say, blue sky, blank slate, but also to look earlier, to look at disease modifying potential, the parts of the disease which we still don't understand where you might be able to make a difference long term, and then even earlier than that, perhaps before things actually start to become even clinically noticeable. So I actually do want to, I like your term, tear up the rule book a little bit, start off from first principles, how can you change the course of the disease, and then let the science tell us where to go.
It sounds like a great way to approach it. When will the research centre be ready and people working in anger?
Yeah, so we're working already actually.
Right.
I started in March 1st. I was employee number 1. We're now, I think, we'll be 15 people by the end of this calendar year. We'll be 25 people by the time we move into a brand new state-of-the-art building, which also houses the bioescalator up at the Churchill Hospital campus. And then in about 3 years, we'll be a little bit shy of 100 people, and then we'll stop there. And those are the permanent members of NNRCO. That doesn't include all of the academics, the postdocs, the students, the visiting scholars, who we hope will join us again at our benches, and we'll join them at their benches to do the research.
When Novo and yourself went into this, obviously there was a vision for the future and what success looked like, but what will success look like if it all works?
Yeah, I think there's a success criteria from a variety of sides. So this is, I think, we have to be patient in some regards, but of course, people are generally not patient. So in terms of short-term success, on the company side, we hope within a few years we will have been able to pass along some early stage projects into the more translational research organization in Denmark. I think on the university side, what we're looking for is really evidence of collaboration. So we've already given out our first 4 pump priming grants. So these are small, but they're real, and these are projects that, again, we won't just be sort of throwing money over the fence. These are projects where our scientists at NNRCO are working directly with our friends and colleagues in the university to design the projects, to do the experiments and to do these screens and things like that. So I think the evidence of collaboration is key. I think the university is happy if we're actually collaborating, which is what I'm here to do. I think it would be a tragic mistake to come and then close the blinds and lock the doors and try to work in proximity rather than as actual visitors to the university.
Well, Jim, it's fascinating times ahead and lots of work to be done. It sounds like you're really going into this all guns blazing and in an area of huge unmet need, particularly disease modifying for diabetes.
Thank you very much.
So thanks for joining us today.
Cheers.
For more information about PharmaVentures, visit our website